Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I ought to have dropped this before now. I've been into one thing and the other. It's been quite busy day for me, but nevertheless, I'm here to drop next week update. I want you to pay attention. Now, this is DXY on the weekly. It's been a doji week. And we had seen that for the first time, we had seen a bearish candle. Dollar has not gained any particular strength than just to correct, and that is what it's evident. But we've got to pay attention. We yet to break on the DXY. We are yet to even go below these weekly support. And on US dollar index, we are still right on it. We are right on it. There's not been any appreciable movement. We are right on it. And so you can see we are right on it. We are yet to break it. We're just resting under support. And it's been, for the past 2 weeks, it's been sideways movement, which is corrective. And that is what is evident. So let's go to the daily quickly, because what we need to do is to look at the daily. So against this move so far, it's been sideways and corrective. And there's not been a push higher. And one thing that it's apparent to me, looking at this movement, let me zoom out. So you will see that we had gone by way of correcting this to the to the upside, and we have done probably an A, B, and a C to have finished this move, and we are calling for more downside to break this level, and come down to break this level. That is what we are calling for. There's not been a big move towards the downside, but against this move here, it's been corrective. And so for anybody that wants to label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will be hard for you to label. But at the same time, you must begin to, entertain a scenario where we may see this as a 1 and a 2. And instead of seeing a 3-1, or instead of seeing a big 3, we might be seeing a nest developing here. And the nest might just be a 1-2, a 1-2, and going like that. So we must be, must begin to entertain the possibility of that, because this is not a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. No, it's not. You must know that it's not a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, but it could be a 1-2 and a 1-2, a 1-2 like that, until we continue to break structure. That is what is apparent on US dollar index as well as DXY. I'm not going to go much deeper into analysis, but I'm going to go more into euro dollar for us to know how to navigate going into next week. So going to next week, like I said, is the same, a 1-2, a 1-2, because these are corrected close to 50% at least, and this also to 50%. So a next building up, this may go for a wave 1 and wave 2, but for a wave 3, might be 3-1 and 3-2. And we might still have another 1 and 2 until we attain something that is equal to 161.8 before we can say we have a wave 3. So you can't begin to measure a wave 4 now on DXY as well as US dollar index, but there is not a particular, strength from the DXY. So if I go to the 4-hour time frame on DXY, so it's sideways. You can see from the move to the downside, it's been sideways. So it's been sideways from this move to the downside. And this is like a fourth wave to the upside, and this is like wave 5. Then we began to come to the downside, and we've done a 1-2, maybe another 1-2 now. Now, this move, we would have said this is an ABC or a WX, or a WX and a Y. Now, in this case, it's giving us a format of a flat here. That's what we can see here. If you have thought that this is probably an ABC of a W, and this is X, we may have thought that this, which is the last Y, would have run in 2 waves to do an A B, and a further C for us to complete Y, that leg, and for us to now see a WX, Y, probably of equal length. We didn't see that. The way and manner this wave came to the downside, to almost eradicate this, tells me there is a strength to the downside. That is what we can see here. There is a strength to the downside, and there is a wave, building towards the downside. And what can I see here? What I can see here now is that we have done a 5 waves to the downside, and this is like a 2, more or less like a 50% retracement here. And so the correction that we are entertaining now, it's the correction between here and here. So this is the resistance that probably price should not take. Now, when you are doing this, you must know that again, sorry for that break in transmission, just briefly. So when you are entertaining that we are now bearish on the dollar, you must know that within your limitation of the fact that these ought to have gone like a 3 wave to complete a W, X, and a Y. But then with this recovery, it's telling me that probably these may have ended to the upside, and we are coming down. So if you go inside of the 1 hour, you will see this as a 5 waves to show to the downside, and this as a correction. So the way and this one moved, you can only limit yourself to a correction, and this is the resistance for now. So with that said, let's go to euro dollar. I'm not going to take time. I just want to align you. Let's go to euro dollar. So quickly turn to weekly time frame on euro dollar. So we know what we are doing. So this is the move so far. We still need an equal arm to the upside at least. And so far, a doji appearing, there's not been a significant move. Price has managed to overshoot the just slightly weekly resistance here, but it has not closed above it. So we still need to break above here, then take this, break above here, take this before we take this. So that is what we are saying. There's not been an intention from the dollar to push down at all beyond here. So we need to now see, okay, what are we exactly doing? So that's what we need to, what are we exactly doing? So that's the weekly, and it may just close bullish doji, in a bullish doji. So on the daily, so we are going to now focus on the daily. This is the move so far to the upside. If I zoom, so you can see this is the low now so far, and we are attempting to go up, take this, and take this to the upside. So on the daily, this is not like, you may look at a 1 and a 2. Of course, here we may have done what takes 161.8 extension of between this wave 1 and 2 here, 161.8, and you may think that this is a wave 4, but this does not appear as a wave 4. It may just be a nest developing here, a 1-2, a 1-2. You can see a 1-2, a 1-2, a 1-2 as a nest. So we have not had wave 4 proper. That's what I'm trying to say. And this does not appear to be going down. anymore. Now, these are giving us like a triangle correction, an A, B, C, D, E. And with that A, B, C, D, E, we should go up more. And this W, so if you notice any H here, it's a network. I'm trying hard to make this video for us. So we are gradually going to the hub side. We are going to look at this because this is a correction and I don't see a bearish pressure anymore from here. You have to take it piecemeal and you have to count in case price will behave or move against you. You have to know where to pitch your tent and how to do analysis and stay with your analysis, and you don't shift your and you have to bear with me. It's a lot of headache to make this video. It's a whole lot of headache to make this video. I've changed so many network. So far, they moved to the upside, and this is the, so we thought that this is a WXY, and that we're going to have a second leg to the downside here. So, and this is what happens, manipulation that occurs during the end of the month when the monthly candle is going to close. This is where brokers, they try to do their stuff. And usually it's advisable for anybody that is trading not to open a new trade on the last day of the month, because that is where the brokers will do their manipulations to get you off. If you want to sell, they will knock you. If you want to buy, they will knock you. So this one gave you like an arm of a sell here to think that it's going to be a WXY, to now do A of W, B of W, sorry, of Y, A of Y, B of Y, and the C of Y to now make probably an 100% extension at least, if not 161.8. But immediately they did this A, B, C, finished 5 waves to the upside, did as if they're going to have a correction, A, B, C, turn to the downside, see what price did. Price went all the way to break this. Price went beyond 88, even 90 retracement of this wave. And so that is not a wave 2, that is not a flat. That is what price had done. It's not a wave 2, it's not a flat. So it's like a new wave building up. So we can see a 1 and a 2, and this is better taken for now as a 1 and a 2 because it's not 4. It's gone beyond 38. So that is what I want you to see. So if you go inside of that, we're going to focus here on how to apply. If you do your retracement is more than 90. So if price is going to do it, and X is supposed not to even go beyond 76 in the first place. X supposed not to go beyond 76 in the first place. For us to have had this, then the best approach is that, okay, we take this as, okay, price wants to go up. And this is a 1-2. And now this is a 1-2 situation. So the support now is here. So the best thing also in trying to approach this is to see this as what might likely develop into like an ABC wave. Once we break above here, if you look at this on a 15 minutes time frame or 1 hour, 5 minutes time frame, you might see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the 5th wave here, and we may be breaking this to do a B wave, if that is what it is, and we come down again to break this low. That is when to look for your buy to the upside. That is what I can just say. And don't shift your stop loss. If it breaks below here, get out of the trade, see what price is going to do to take this low, and before we do something else. But for now, the odd favors the bull to take over, and this is seen as a correction of this move from here to here. So an ABC move for more upside. That is what I can see. If I go inside of a 15 minutes time frame to show us, and I'll be bringing out my drawing, so you can see it 1, 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 here. Again, watch 1, 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 here. So we are seeing a 5. Then we may be going up. Probably this may just be the third wave ending here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the third wave ending here. This might just be the fourth wave, and this is the fifth wave, truncation. And so this may be going up as an ABC to correct for more downside. If that happens and we're correcting downward, good for you. Otherwise, if you want to take this to the upside, you have to be very careful because price may just swing on you. What you are working, for, it's very short. So I would rather prefer price to, with the momentum and the magnitude of correction, to still come down against this low here. And let's see what price is going to do. So that is what I will say. If I now turn to the next instrument, which is Nzdusd Xauusd. Nzdusd Xauusd also is doing the same. All of them are doing the same thing. I'm going to spend more time on gold. So this is Nzdusd Xauusd. So the same thing building up, a 1, 2, a 1, 2. Now, in this case, this is more than, in fact, it's almost eradicating and, shooting up. So this is seen as potentially, breaking the top. Again, what you can also do is when you are dealing with this as a potential move to the upside, you have to look for a retracement to the upside or an extension to a retracement to the upside of more than 161.8. Once you break 161.8, know that is a new wave. Just you do the same thing for Euro USD, DXY, and dollar. This wave that we are seeing building up in a correction, so an extension of 161.8 to the upside means that is a new wave. So that is what we must know here. So in the same way, we are going up. So we are seeing this correction now. On the daily, on the 1 hourly, let me just go there without wasting more time. So see the recovery, it's deep to the upside. So we are seeing this as a 1 and a 2 in the middle. Then this is where this one, started from after this correction here. So we are seeing a 1 and a 2, another 1 and a 2, a 3, 4, and a 5 here, a 3, a 4, and a 5 here. So this one has developed also into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably an ABC correction. If I go inside of a 15 minutes time frame to show you more, I'm just shooting very fast. So let me just bring out the correction. So this is what I've said here. This is the move and a recovery more than 90 here now. So probably are going to break up. So this is seen as the first wave, an A and a B. So the C part of this wave, which we may tentatively, it may be a C, not until we now break beyond 161.8 to the upside, then we now know it's not a C anymore. It's a new wave that is going up. So, but we are going to still deal with it as A in red, B in the red, and C in the red until it becomes more than 161.8. Then we know it's a new wave. So for now, in this part of the wave, which is this one, it may just be like we are seeing a 1, 2, and a 1, 2 situation. So a 1, a 2, a 3 here, a 4, and a 5 within this wave. Then we are seeing an ABC in the yellow. So these are done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. 4 is broken, so which means we are correcting. So we need to take this to the downside. And once we take the low again, that is when to now look for your buy to the upside against this support here. So this may go up, give us to take the low again. And once it does not take this, then we look for our buy to the upside. That is what you can do. So let's wait for more complex correction around this area of a B. The more complexion of a B, probably break down one more time to take the low, and from there we can plot our entry for a buy and our stop loss probably behind this area, very tight. So in case it breaks, then we're going to recalibrate and look at what the structure is giving us. So let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. Of all of these trades, gold appears to be the most very sincere and very clear pattern to me. It's more sincere and straightforward, and it's more clear to me, what gold is doing than all these other ones. So we know this is the daily time frame. I've said so much. You just have to bear with the fluctuation and just be patient when you are watching, and just make sure that you watch through to the end of it until I finished. Okay. So we had said, and this is the daily candle. We had said we have had this move, and so far we rode to the top, and we are seeing this as a correction. This is what we had the previous week that gave us good money, and now you don't chase it to the downside anymore. It's almost done. So we are seeing this as a possible 3, a 4, and a truncation of 5. Then we are seeing a flat building up here. That's an a 1, 2, 3 extension to the upside from this green. So we said this is like a 3, then we had a 4 to the downside, and we had a truncation of 5. So this end the move here. So that's the trick. So this is an A, and this is a B. So the B wave extension is 1, 2, 3. So we expect this one at least 1.8 extension to the downside between A, B to C. That will be like 61.8. But if you take the retracement of B alone, that should stall at around 76. So it's the same. 76 retracement of the old wave, or ABC extension, or retracement of 61.8. So we are almost there. So we are going to pay attention to what is happening here. We are almost going up. So let me go to the 4-hour time frame. This is what has meshed, of course, which most people will be interested in. So we can see a wave 1 and ABC of a wave 2 here. So this is a wave 2 and this is a wave 3. So the trend line is broken here to tell you that wave 3 is off the table. So now we are now seeing that this is a wave 3, a 4, a truncation of wave 5 here of 3. Okay, probably a truncation of wave 5 of 3. So a 3, a 4, a truncation of wave 5 of 3. And this is a wave 4 in itself, A, B, C of a wave 4. That ends with 4 here. So wave 4 finished here. This is what got most people, because when structure is taken to the upside here, you will be telling yourself, what exactly are we doing? Are we going up again? Of course, you won't say we are going up until you take out 88 to the upside. Otherwise, it may still be like a 1 of the ending diagonal of the leading diagonal. So it's going to be a leading diagonal because it's wave 2 for more upside now. So, and in the leading diagonal, I'm still going to come there. Don't let me just jump ahead of myself. Okay. So we are saying that this is like a first wave and the second wave of a 2. The reaction here is stalled exactly at 88. So for it to break down again, to break this low, to take this low, we are taking this low to tell you that we are doing a wave 5, and a wave 5, this as a 4 and this as a 5 will not just make up your leading diagonal. Okay, so now this is making more sense as a wave 2, and this one taking this low as a wave 5, as a wave 3. So we are seeing that we're going to have a wave 4, which is going to be between 1 and 2, somewhere around this area. Wave 4 will not pass that, and we have a 5. Okay, so let me go into the 1 hour time frame. Into the 1 hour time frame, again. So we can see a 1 and a 2 here, then a 3 here, a 4, a truncation of a 5, then A, B, C of a 4. This is the fourth wave. And we will need to take this to the upside 23, 64 when we are ready to continue our move to the upside. But if you're not careful, you might not be in this trade. I don't think that this is going to push more towards 20, 23.18. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, here I want to state something. When you are dealing with the ending diagonal and the leading diagonal, you must know that in a leading diagonal, we're talking of 5 waves to lead into an impulse in the other direction. So which means that the first wave in a leading diagonal is 5 wave. The second is 3. The third, which is wave 3, also is 5. The fourth is a 3 wave. And the last, which is wave 5, also will be 5. So it's 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 that we see in a leading diagonal. If it's an ending diagonal, the first wave is 3, wave 1 is 3 wave 2 is 3 wave 3 is 3 wave 4 is 3 wave 5 is 3 wave. So in the ending diagonal is 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So that's what you see. Now, since we expect that price is going to go up the more, then we should be thinking that, do we have an ending, a leading diagonal where the first wave is 5? So let's go inside there and look at this with 1. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is a 3 to this point, a 4, and a 5. So this is like a 5 wave, which is correct. Then if we now look at this wave in itself, we can see that this is 1, 2 here, and 3. So, sorry, A, B, C here. And the first move to the upside, and A, B, and a C. And this is a wave 2. So a wave 2 at 88 reaction. And this came down as a flash of wave 3. I think wave 3 is over. And I think we're trying to do a wave 4. And we may not break below here, or we may break slightly below it and begin to go up. So we must sit to the end of this wave 4. This is complete for me, and I will show you that it's complete for wave 3. Now, in an ending diagonal or leading diagonal, we know that wave 3 is not the shortest. It may be the longest or not. So which means that wave 1 can be longer than wave 3. But wave 3 is not the shortest. Now, if you look at wave 1 appears big. Let me bring out the drawing. Bringing out the drawing from 4, we can see that this is what wave 1 has given us. And this is A and a B and a C of wave 2. And that here, we are seeing just a slight break to the downside, and we are seeing a reaction now. So wave 3 is slightly shorter than wave 1. So in this case, because wave 3 is slightly shorter, we can't get anything longer than this again. It has to be short. Wave 4 has to be short. Wave 4 has to be short. That is what it is. It has to be short. And because it's wave 4, in trying to retrace this movement to the upside, you must expect a retracement at least to a 50. This is a 50 and a 61.8. I think within this area, we might have a thrust to the downside again to now complete a wave 5. And you must be able to count 5 waves and join the trade to move up. So I don't think it's going to go so low. Now, if I go inside of a 15 minutes time frame to look at this wave in itself, to see if it's complete or not, or let's go inside of a 5 minutes time frame for you to see. I'm taking my time here for you to see. If I zoom, okay. So again, we are seeing a 1 and a 2 to the downside, a 3. And you may say this is an A, B, C, D, E, or you can call it anything, or a 4, a truncation 5, A, B, C of 4. But we shall know that this is wave 4. And this came down in 5 waves, 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5 here, and A, B, C of 2. Now, this is where I'm going inside of this wave 3 to know that it's complete. So you can see the inside of this wave, that this wave in itself, of course, it has to be an impulsive wave, and it's an impulse, and we're waiting for the last impulse of 5. So this is 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. These are marked up as a 5. Now, for me, I think this is finished because this is a 3 here, this is a 4 here, this is a 5. It has broken the primary 4 here. The wave, there's a small impulse that has broken the primary 4 here, which may mean that this is done as a wave 5. But again, we have to wait until we break close to this place or break out of here, because we actually expect us to break out of 338 or 40 if it's a leading diagonal. It should be between 1, this is the end of 1 here, this is 2 here, so something in between here, we should see more downside again. So we have to wait for this to finish itself. If this wave 3 is not ended, it's going to take low again. But if it's ended, it should not break this level. It should not break 23.22 for now, before we see a correction for more upside. And when we come down again, begin to take your ruler, begin to count the wave so that you can catch it below. It may be truncated, it may just pierce it low, but I don't think it might not go beyond 23.18. It might not go beyond 23.18, but we have to wait and see what they want to do. I think we are getting to the end of this, and I believe that this is the 4th wave of the leading diagonal that is going up, and until if it breaks low now, then it will stop being the 4th wave. It has to take this level for me to believe that this is the 4th wave of the leading diagonal and to come down. If you're not careful, you will count it as a wave 1 and wave 2 for more downside. It's not going to be like that. It is not an impulse anymore. It's leading diagonal. It's ending the wave, and we have been seeing it drag and drag for more than a week or 2 now. So, and that's what it is. I can't go inside of a 1 minute time frame. This is inside of a 1 minute time frame. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it has ended this as a 5 waves. We might see this come down, then go more upside. We don't need to buy this. You don't need to buy it, except you want to take small risk from here. You know, if you don't mind, if your account you can buy at the turn up to the upside from here. Know that the price may still come and take the low, but I believe we want to do a wave 4 for more downside. And JSY, what is JSY doing? JSY is almost rounding up. JSY is almost rounding up. And if it's rounding up, we have to know that USD JPY also is rounding up. Let's look at JSY. So JS1 rounding up. Let me bring out the drawing. So, like I said, this is an A of 4, B of 4, and the last impulse of C, so of 4. So we're coming down to take the load. So from where we are now, we are broken beyond 88. So we are seeing a possibility of a 1, and a wave 2. The wave 2 might be giving us an A, a B, and a C around this area to finish a wave 2 for us to have a wave 3. So because that is what it is, this is also in this case an ending diagonal that it might give us an ending diagonal. So we are going to wait and see these, because this is the end of a long time move, an end of a long time move. So we need to see what is going to form. Definitely this is going to take the low, break the below with 3 here, go down more. And if it does that with 3, we might see the fourth wave and the last wave. So we're almost there also on JSY. If I go to the daily time frame, so if you go to the daily time frame, we have seen a 1 of red, 2 here, and 3 and 4. So the last wave, 5, is what we are doing. So we are trying to mark it up to 5 waves. So 1, 2, and I believe 3 will also be going down, probably around this area, mark 4, and the last 5 to tick around this area, break out of here, then up we are moving. So that is what I can see here. And the same thing, if you go to USDJPY, we are seeing the same thing trying to build up, but you have to be very careful here. If I go inside of a 4 minutes time frame, 4-hour time frame, we are seeing a 3, we are seeing a 4, we are seeing a 1 and a 2. Probably we are going to have a 3. This may just give us here a more correction here, probably an A of 2, B of 2, a C of 2, maybe around this level. But once we take this up, then this is out of it. Once we go be above here, the trade I gave on Friday is not valid anymore. Once price breaks above here, the C part, if it is A and this is B, the C part, of course, is expected to run in 5 waves. This may just be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. But once we break out of here, delete your trade. So if we break out of 157.7 before coming to this area of 155,300, then take your trade out. So we'll wait for a break out of here before we begin to look for a sell, a big sell. So with that, I've come to the end of today's weekly update. To have a nice week.